Tossing the legs out. And bringing the hands into prayer pose. This is where you're going to connect to your breath, connect to the body. I want you to pull that line from the top of the head, sitting nice and long. You can circle your head around a few circles. Close your eyes and just let's make that connection with your breath. We're going to take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth and say, ha. We're going to do it again. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth and say, ah. And as you exhale here, I want you to think about relaxing the muscles in the traps and shoulders. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, say, ah. And just start to breathe. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through your mouth. Taking this opportunity to scan your body and see, how does your lower back feel today? Your knees, your shoulders, any particular area that you would like to release tension. All right, and when you're ready, relax the hands down. We're gonna move into child's pose. So opening the knees out to the width of the mat and bringing those big toes together in the back. We're gonna push the hips back towards our toes as we reach the hands forward. Again, we're staying here for a few minutes, just allowing the body to release and let go. Gentle stretches. To help release anxiety, any pain, any muscle stiffness. So take this opportunity to relax the muscles in the thighs, in the glutes, your lower back. Taking deep breaths in through the nose and exhaling, feeling that breath in the back of the throat. The sound is like crashing waves. Start to deepen the inhalation and the exhalation, allowing the breath to warm up the body. Two more breaths. And last one. We're going to push into all fours, warming up the spine, the hips with the cat and cow pose. So start to inhale, push your chest out and gaze up to the ceiling. Exhale, round the spine, bring the chin into the chest as you press your palms into the ground. And we're going to keep flowing, inhaling to look up, exhaling, chin to the chest. You're going to find a nice flow for the body. Each time, trying to get a little deeper into that stretch. Really allowing the spine to open up, creating space between the vertebrae. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to the chest. One more time. And exhale, chin to the chest. Let's go ahead and work our stability and our balance before we get into that stretch. I want you to bring your left hand off the floor and pick up your right leg. We're going to turn the toes down so we push the heels into that back wall. Now I want you to squeeze your glutes and engage the muscles in the core. Try to get nice and long. This is good for your stability. Now let's take a deep inhale. On the next exhale, open the left arm to the left. Bring your right leg to the right. Keep reaching away from the midline. And bring your hands down. Let's move on to the right side. Inhale, on the exhale, reach. Right arm out, left leg up, point the toes down, push the heels into the back wall, squeezing that left glute and finding your stability here. I want you to rotate those elbows in, pushing the floor with your palm, and breathing through this movement. Inhale, on the next exhale, right hand goes to the right. We rotate that left leg to the left side. Hold. Very good. Bring the palms and knees down and take a few deep breaths here as you relax the shoulders, the hips. We're going to push into downward facing dog. So pick up the knees off the floor and exhale the heels down towards the mat. As you come into that upside down V, stretching out the hamstrings, your glutes, your lower back. We're going to open that posterior chain. Take deep breaths. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, drawing the navel into the spine. 2 more breaths. On the next inhale, pick up your right leg, point your toes to the ceiling, open up that hip, step your right foot forward in between your hands. Drop your left knee into the ground. Let's come into crescent low lunge. We're going to do this variation. The toes in the back should be flexed. You're going to stay here with your hands on the floor and just allowing this left hip to shift and sink down. You should feel this in your hip flexors. Give me a thumbs up. All right. That front knee is going to stay 90 degrees over your heel, in line with your middle toe. We're going to just stay here. So when you run or you cycle or you walk or maybe sit for a long period of time, you get tight hip flexors. This is great to open that psoas, allowing the quad muscles to stretch, the hip muscles in the front. We're creating space. We're releasing tension from that muscle. In order to do that, we're going to hang in this stretch for a few breaths. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling from the mouth. It should take you about 4 counts to inhale. If you want to hold your breath for a couple of counts and exhale, this will help relieve stress and anxiety by calming down that central nervous system. So just stay here. You can take your crown of the head to the ceiling, looking straight ahead, elongating the spine, and just sinking a little deeper into that hip. Beautiful. 30 more seconds. Be patient. One more inhale, and on the next exhale, we'll bring the right leg back into downward facing dog. So draw that inhale in. Exhale, press the palms into the ground. Bring that right foot back. Push your hips into the back wall. Heels may or may not touch the ground. Hold this downward facing dog for 5 deep breaths. Again, counting 4 heartbeats on the inhale and 4 heartbeats on the exhale. Relax, you should feel strong. One more inhale, reach your left leg up, point your toes, squeeze your glutes, bring that foot in front, in between your hands. We're gonna drop the right knee into the floor, flexing your right toes and sinking into that hip. Very good. Your shoulders should be right over your hands. You got the tips of the fingers on the floor. We're pushing and getting deep now into that hip. You'll notice that one side is always tighter than the other. Take this opportunity to scan your body, to know your body better. And breathe. Remember, the breath is going to help you relax. It's going to help you access the pose better. We're also stretching the glutes on the left side. You should feel this in your lower back. We're going to drop those hips a little bit more on the next exhale. Draw your shoulders back. Stick that chest out. So keep looking straight ahead. Crown of the head to the ceiling. Beautiful. Make sure that knee is 90 degrees over your ankles, in line with your middle toe. Take a deep inhale. On the next exhale, drop your hips a little bit more. 15 more seconds. Great. Inhale nice and big. On the next exhale, we're going to return into downward facing dog. So step that left leg to meet the right. Press the palms into the floor. Get the spine nice and long. Maybe this time your heels won't touch the ground. And a nice way to see if you are holding the right down dog, that your body's aligned and into position, is to just roll your weight forward, shifting into a high plank, and seeing if your shoulders will land right above your hands. If you didn't have to move your hands or your feet, you are in the right position for the down dog. So just shift your hips back, getting again into that upside down V, and focusing on the breath. Draw the belly into the navel. Let's draw those shoulders down and in. On the next inhale, bring the right leg up, point your toes. Exhale, that knee forward, 2 inches off the ground. Let's hold it here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Place the knee on the floor. Drop your back leg and come into pigeon pose. We're gonna bring the forearms into the ground and your fingertips together. So get the spine nice and long. Let's look straight ahead. So you should be able to see about 5 feet or 2 in front of your hands. Your shoulders are down. We're reaching through the back toes. And take your deep breaths because we're going to be here for 2 minutes, opening up those hips. So allowing the breath to take us through this pose, giving us the strength and the peace to hold the stretch. So we're releasing tension from the lower back and all 3 heads of your glutes. The IT band connecting the hip to the knees. And just breathing, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through your mouth. Drawing that belly in to that spine. 1 more minute. This is not bad after all. Those down dogs in between the pose are like warrior poses. Help us feel strong, determined, motivated. So with this relaxation, we're also working on our strength. Two more breaths. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through your mouth. You can close your eyes. And really just focus on the breath and your being. We're going to draw a nice inhale. Bring the hands on the floor. Exhale. Let's move back into downward facing dog. 5 deep breaths. Inhaling, exhaling, stretching and working that posterior chain. You can start bending the knees and walk your downward dog. As you bring one heel to the floor, you'll lift the other. Nice and gentle. Take your time. Working the mobility of the ankles, knees. And on the next inhale, we're going to bring that left leg up. Flex your right toes. Hold that knee 2 inches off the ground. Shift your weight forward into a high plank. 3, 2, 1. Align your heel with that hip. Shift your weight and come down into your forearms. Bringing the pinkies and the thumbs together. We're going to look straight ahead. Reach your back toes into the back wall, really sinking the hips down. We're here for 2 minutes. So just relax. We're going to even everything that we did on the right side. So again, you feel the lower back, the glutes, the outer hip, and that IT band connecting the hip into the knee. Just breathe. Close your eyes. Focus on every inhalation and exhalation, getting more oxygen into your lungs. Sending more energy into the muscle. With each exhale, you feel that tension go away. So imagine yourself healing your body. Keep those shoulders down and away from the earlobes. Neck is long. Let your hips sink into the ground. And from here, we're gonna press the hands into the floor and come into a bound angle. Just sitting nice and tall, bringing the feet together, heels and toes touch. We're gonna take the thumbs into the middle of the foot. Allow your knees to drop towards the ground. You can bring your chest forward, bending the elbows, pushing those elbows into your inner thighs if you experience any tightness. It's okay if you're not as flexible and getting the chest all the way down. I can't do that. But I'm okay because I know I'm strong and this is what my body can do. And I'm working with it. So just take your deep breaths. Take the thumbs and press them into that center of the foot, releasing tension. You can give yourself a release, a massage, maybe circling the thumbs around. I think the feet are the hardest working part of our body because they have to hold all of our weights, all of that pounding that we do takes us places. So go ahead, give yourself that nice release. You can move towards the ankle as you push pressure in the center of your foot, moving up towards the ball of the feet. And breathe. One more minute here, and we reach into the stretch. We're going to use the strap to come into a reclined big toe. We're going to stretch with the strap. So one more minute, deep breaths. Maybe now your lower back is giving in. You're able to get deeper, maybe sink a little lower, bringing the chest towards the floor. Great. Keep breathing. And when you're ready, reach for your strap. Bring it under your right foot. We're going to hold this with opposite hands. So we're going to place the strap over the ball of the foot. And we're going to roll back, pulling the leg gently across the torso. So we're holding that strap with opposite hands. So I want you to stretch out the left leg, grab the strap with your left hand, And just pull that leg gently across your torso and towards you. We're going to keep that left hip on the floor. Again, enjoy this stretch for a couple of minutes, allowing tension to be released from the hamstring, the glutes, and the lower back. It should feel amazing in your body. We're going to keep the foot nice and flat. Maybe resting your left forearm into the ground. You can continue to pull on the strap, keeping that tension in. Relax the shoulders, relax your breath. Great time to close your eyes and just enjoy the breath. We're going to do the same thing on the right side. So start to drop the leg down. You can sit up to place that band over the balls of the foot on the left side. We're going to recline back and bring that left leg across, grabbing a hold of the band with your right hand. Take that leg across the torso and give yourself a nice, gentle stretch. 2 minutes. However many breaths you can take. Make them deep. Space them out. Close your eyes and relax. Be present. Feel good. Keep pointing the feet, toes to the back wall, heels to the ceiling. And release the band. Let's hug the knees into the chest. Bringing the forehead into the knees. Rolling up. Releasing the pressure from the lower back. And we're going to do a stretch to release bloating. Taking that side twist. So both knees drop into the right. We're going to take the shoulders into the floor. Maybe bringing the knees up towards you a little bit more. And enjoying this twist. Helps release toxins from your intestines and your organs. That waste. It improves your digestive system. So continue to breathe. Each exhale, allowing your body to get deeper into the pose. We're going to inhale the knees back to center, nice and slow. And then exhale the knees into the other side. Nice and slow. Be gentle with these stretches, listening to your body. Finding the range of motion that best works for you. You don't want to push your body past your limits. So adjust and relax. Deep breaths. Coming back to center. Golfers and tennis players, this stretch is for you. We're going to bring that right leg over the left, reaching the hands right under your left thigh and drawing that leg into the chest. You'll notice that it's easier to get into this pose after we've done all of the twists and the stretches to release the lower back. So we're going to open again the hips. This is a great start for the pigeon pose. If that's too hard to get into, you can always use this stretch to open up your hips. Take deep breaths. Release that stretch. Extend the legs out. Reach your arms overhead. Get nice and long. Exhale. Bring the arms around. Bring the knees into tabletop. This time the left leg goes over the right. You make that 4. Hands go under the right leg. Bring it through. And bring the legs towards the chest. Start to notice which side is going to be tighter. Working with the breath to release tension. One minute. Breathe. That tension is going away. Each exhale, you relax even more. Release the legs. Extend the hip. Reach your arms over your head. Sweep the arms around and exhale, coming into a seated position. So rolling that lower back, middle back, and top back off the ground. Taking your time. Very good. Reach for the strap. Let's bring it under the balls of both feet. So walk your heels and toes together. We're going to take a seated forward fold with the strap to assist us. I want you to extend your arms and keep your elbows slightly bent. Sitting nice and long. Start to walk your hands forward towards your feet. So your arms are long. Yes. Now sit tall and draw your chest out, pushing the shoulders down, the crown of the head to the ceiling, drawing that belly into the spine, improving your posture, and just breathe. We're going to stay here for one more minute. Thirty more seconds. Relax the shoulders, the traps. Close your eyes and start to connect with your breath. Very good. Release the strap. Let's move on into a side bend. We're going to place the strap right next to us, bending the legs. You can scoot yourself so you open up the sits bones. We're going to get into a nice, comfortable seated position. We're going to take a side stretch to reach all of those muscles in the side of the body, as well as the lower back, opening up the chest and the shoulders. So I want you to place the right hand outside your right hip on the floor. We're going to take a deep inhale, reach and extend through the torso, so reaching the arms all the way towards the right side. You're going to drop your right shoulder and your right ear towards the shoulder. So we're going to root the right hip into the ground. Left hip is also rooted into the ground as we bend that right elbow, sinking into the floor. We're going to create space here on the left side into the traps and neck. So you feel this right under the armpits, along your lats. Great for tennis players. And bring that hand down. Let's move on to the other side. Place your left hand on the floor. You can walk your hand slightly away from that hip. We're going to draw a deep inhale. Sweep your right arm up. Start to sink into that left hip. As you push your right hip into the ground, I want you to reach your right fingertips away through the arms, opening up. Drop that left shoulder, create space between the ears and the shoulder blades. And enjoy the stretch. So this can help you learn about your body and stay present through the breath. This way you can achieve peak performance in your athletic activities. Yes, we all want peak performance. And let's come into a comfortable seated position, reaching again for the strap, doing a cow face stretch. We're gonna take that strap with the left hand behind us, reaching with the right arm. Now you want as little space between the top hand and the bottom hand as possible. If it's too much on your lower back to keep the legs crossed, you can open the legs out. So just scan your body, see where you are today, and find a position that best works for you. So stretch both legs out. Yes. And just relax. Sitting tall, drawing that elbow up towards the ceiling. The strap should follow the cervical spine. So right in the middle of your back, connecting the head to the bottom. Opening up those shoulders. And let's switch sides. Right hand reaches back, left hand reaches behind. And we're gonna pull, opening up that right side, so creating little space between the top hand and the bottom. We're opening up the front of the left side and the back and sides of the right shoulder. So working the anterior and posterior chain. Reach, breathe, sit tall. Two more breaths. And release the band. Let's finish here with a single leg head to knee stretch. So bend your left leg, bring the right foot into a dorsiflexion and take your band around the balls of the foot, drawing that hip into the floor and your chest towards your thighs. So just drop the chest down and pull. Now you can have your arms nice and long, or you can bend the elbows to give yourself a little bit more. So just dip forward into your hip. This is our last stretch today. We're going to hold here another 30 seconds and a minute on the other side. Make sure your sit bones are on the floor. You can reach your hands forward towards your feet, grabbing a hold of the band a little closer. Let's bend the right leg, extend the left, and finish on the left side. So you're going to tuck your heels towards your hips. Take that strap into the balls of the left foot. Extend your hands, reaching nice and long. And now drawing your chest towards your thighs. Stretch it out. So you want to roll.
When you're ready, release the strap. Let's come into a kneeling position, sealing the class with gratitude. Great. Let's bring the palms of the hand into heart center, relaxing your shoulders down. Close your eyes. Taking this opportunity to take deep breaths, connecting to the present moment. And as you're present in your breathing, I want you to take this opportunity to think about those 3 things you're grateful for today. Thank you so much for being here. Namaste. Have a great day. See you tomorrow for Upper Body RX. I hope you're feeling relaxed